Welcome, everyone. We're here live with Series 193. Back with you again with Historical Baseball Matchup. It's wonderful to be with you. It's a Sunday where I'm at, and the sun is out. Perfect day for baseball. And we're just glad that you're taking a minute to share it with us. And we got two new teams from baseball history facing off against each other in the best of 7 series. The use of Out of the Park Baseball 21 to bring back some teams from baseball's past. So let's go right ahead and introduce our teams today. Some losing teams going at each other, against each other, I should say, today. We'll start off all the way back to 1912. A long-lost forgotten ball club, 63 and 90. It's the St. Louis Cardinals before they were a dominant franchise. Roger Bresnahan, the Hall of Famer, is the manager, but the team obviously struggled. And looking at their lineup, you can see here, Ed Kenichi at first base did hit .314, 13 triples for him. A very good ball player in his day. So he's a good ball player we can watch out for. Miller Huggins, future great manager of the Yankees. He hit .304 at 34 years old. 15 doubles for him. Not too bad. We have Ivy Wingo at catcher, .265 with 44 driven in. We got Arnold Halzier at shortstop, .259. He stole 26 bases. Mike Mowry at third base, .255 for him. For Mowry, Steve Evans in the outfield. Evans .283 with 11 steals and 72 RBIs. Second on the team in that category. Rebel Oaks, you got to love the names in this era. .281 for him, 26 steals. And Lee McGee, the man in right field, I believe. .290 for him, 40 RBIs, 16 stolen bases. Rube Ellis on the bench, as well as Wally Smith. And Bresnahan himself did play in a number of games. We might see him at 33 years old. The manager-player was a common theme back in the day. So, honestly, not a terrible lineup for the Cardinals. They got some talent here, some good averages. Kenichi, Huggins, and McGee, some players that pretty good. Steve Evans. So, I think they can make some noise and do some damage. It's the pitching that's a little bit thin, but their ace is pretty good. Slim Saley, 16 and 17, a .260 for him in 32 starts. 3 shutouts. He even got in relief a few games, saved 6 of them. He almost had 300 innings. So Sally, a very good ball player, pitcher in his prime. So we'll see him. He's the lefty. But then it gets very thin for the Cardinals. Bob Harmon, 18 and 18, a .393, very high for that era. Struggled a bit. And it gets even worse from there. Bill Steele, a .469, and Joe Willis, a .444. So after Sally, it gets really thin for the Cardinals. Remember, ERAs really over 3 during this era are very, very rough. It's not a power era. Low-scoring games the theme. So some struggles here in the pitching realm for the Cardinals. Rube Graver, he did also start in 18 games. Little better for Graver, maybe, or Gever, I should say. Well, maybe we'll see him at a .328, and then the rest of the club rounds itself out. Dan Greiner also with a decent ERA, but thin to say the least at pitching are the Cardinals, and I think that came back to haunt them. Also maybe some weak defense and maybe some bad luck for them. So the Cardinals, they finished 6th in the National League, and Roger Bresnahan had his hands full trying to get this team to play good baseball. Their opponents, moving all the way to the mid-50s, it's a 1955 team. It's the Pirates, who, of course, in the late 50s and early 60s would become champions. But this is before that. They are a weak team here, last in the National League, led by Fred Haney and Branch Rickey. They lost 94 games, so another weak team going up against the Cardinals here. And let's look at their team. This is before the Clemente days. Actually, I'm mistaken. Clemente is on the team at 20 years old. At .255, he's already playing 47 RBIs. I just should say it's before Clemente was really in his prime. But he's on this team, so that'll be very interesting to see. We've already seen Clemente play great in some of our other series. But from there, very thin. It's before Mazeroski and some of the other skilled players. Frank Thomas is a very good player. You can see there, .324 for him. 25 home runs, 72 RBIs, maybe the best hitter on the team at this time. Eddie O'Brien only got into 75 games. Gene Freese at third base. He hit 14 and drove in only 44 at .253. Not much speed on the team. Dick Grote, .267, 4 home runs, 51 RBIs at shortstop. Johnny O'Brien, 299, very weak there at second base. Dale Long, 291, a decent first baseman. He hit 16 and drove in 79, so keep your eye on Long. And Jack Shepard, 239, 2 home runs and 23 at the weak catching position. Going from there, Jerry Lynch, he got into 88 games, hit 284, a good role player. Dick Cole and Tony Atwell as well on the team. So you do have Clemente, you have Frank Thomas, and you have Dale Long to keep an eye on this lineup. But I would challenge it against the Cardinals to say that they were better. We'll see how especially the 20-year-old Clemente can do. Looking at the pitching, Vern Law, 10 and 10. He had a 381. Not great for Law. He played in 43 games, got 24 starts, so he was used both in relief and as a starter. Max Serkant at 33 years old, very, very poor. 557 for him. Allowed 23 home runs, so I don't know if we'll see Serkant. Ron Klein was 6 and 13 with a 415. He struggled a bit. Dick Hall, 6 and 6 in only 13 starts, and Bob Perky really struggled with a 532. So finding consistency for the Pirates at their pitching rotation really appears to have been the challenge for this team, and their pitching struggled, to say the least. Roy faced the closer here, really, the bullpen man, even though he started in 10 games, and Bob Friend at 24 years old, coming into his own a bit, 283, 14 and 9 in 20 starts. So I'm guessing we'll see Friend because he is maybe the best arm of the bunch. So, 2 similar teams, I think we can say, going out against each other. Similar records, but definitely different eras, playing out against each other in a best of 7. Now, the Pirates will get the home field advantage for barely having a better record, but they do, and they'll play the first 2 games. Well, actually, that's incorrect. The Cardinals get home field advantage. They barely have the better record, and they'll get the first 2 games at their ballpark. Before we head to Pittsburgh in the middle portion of the series. I think the Pirates just had more losses because they played more games, but it's the Cardinals, I repeat, who get home field advantage, even though the records are almost identical. So we'll see how it plays out here. 2 losing teams with a chance to redeem themselves and really make a move to the next round of action. And we can fire up game 1 here and see what we got. And there it is. Bob Friend will indeed get the start for the Pirates up against Slim Sally. A very good pitching matchup, even though the teams have poor records. The aces are good, and I think we'll get a good performance. Friend and Sally with very good numbers and good careers. So this best of 7, the records really don't matter in the end. It's Series 193. We'll see how it plays out. Coming up here, game 1 from St. Louis. All the action with the 1955 Pittsburgh Pirates up against the 1912 St. Louis Cardinals. Oh, we are live at Robinson Field. This is before Sportsman's Park was opened. So good old St. Louis getting us ready for action in game 1 of the series. Sally facing Gene Freeze. We are ready to go here in the first inning. A beautiful day for baseball, and this one's lined hard into right field, but caught near the track. Evans has it, and the series is on their way. Ivy Wingo up with 2 on here in the second inning. Wingo will hit this one in the right. Evans again coming on over. I should say Lynch coming on over makes the play. So bottom of the second, no score. Friend delivers to Hauser. And Hauser goes deep to left field. This ball near the wall. It just hooks around the corner. And it's going to be a 3-run home run for Hauser, making it an early lead here for St. Louis. They break out on top with a home run that carried over the left field wall. It is 3-0 in favor of the Cardinals. Make it 4-0. Here in the 5th now, Steve Evans at the plate. Friend really having a rough outing. And here's another shot into the gap. This ball to the wall. Another home run for St. Louis. They are pouring it on. Evans takes it out of the park, and it is now 7-0 in favor of the Cardinals. They've broken out here in a big way in game 1. Bob Friend, very disappointing in his efforts. 7-zip. A new pitcher now, Nellie King, will face Rube Ellis. And this one's drilled deep to left center. Could this one be? Hits another home run here for the Cardinals. Very uncharacteristic of the era, but that one's drilled over 450 feet. Ellis crushes it, and it is 8-0. What an opening here for the Cardinals. Sally has a shutout here in the ninth with 2 outs. The bases are loaded against Long. Here's the pitch, and this one's drilled deep into left. It is over the outfielder's head, so this will get the Pirates on the board. Sally's shutout is gone. We have a triple here. And it is now 8-3. So Frank Thomas at the plate. Probably too little too late for the Pirates, but this one is drilled to right, caught by Evans. And the winners are the Cardinals. They take game 1 8-3, getting the best foot forward here in this best-of-7 series. And it was Sally who had a big game. He did weaken there in the ninth, but for 8 innings especially, he was very strong, striking out 4, allowing 6 hits, and getting the deserved win. Steve Evans, 1 for 3. He had a home run. That was the 3-run homer. And Rebel Oaks, 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored. It was 3 runs in the second for the Cardinals, and they poured on 5 in the fifth to get the win. And Bob Friend, struggling mightily, he takes the loss in a crucial win because they want to win with their best pitchers because it gets thin from there, and the Cardinals definitely will take the advantage here as we move forward into the action of Game 2, where Vern Law will get the call for the Pirates up against Joe Willis. We'll see if St. Louis can go up 2-0, or if the Pirates can battle back here and even things up before we head out to Pittsburgh. So, let's head to the action. More exciting baseball coming up. Game 2 of this best-of-7 from Robinson Field. First inning, and Freeze will line this one over the head of the left fielder. They were playing him in, and Freeze is going to have extra bases. He's going to move in the second with a double. This is a big ballpark, and when you play him shallow, you do risk a big inning. He's on third now with Dale Long at the plate as the Pirates try to get off here early. This one's lifted to left. Will it be deep enough? Let's find out. Catch is made. Here's a good throw. It's going to be close, but the run will beat it. Not even sliding. It is 1-0 Pirates as we move to the second. Here's Clemente at the plate against Willis. Clemente will line a single up the middle. Runner moving to third. A nice risk there with nobody out. You got runners on the corners for Sid Gordon. And Gordon's going to lift this one deep to right field. That'll get down to the wall. Another run's going to score. Here comes Clemente. He's in. It is now 2-0 Pirates. 3-0 make it. Maury now hitting for the Cardinals as they try to bring it back. This one's hit well to the outfield. To the wall. Another home run for St. Louis. This one just gets over the short porch. 3-2. They bring the game back to their level. It's only a 1-run deficit now as Maury powers it over the fence. And we move to the third as Clemente's backed up with the man on first. And Clemente does it this time. Another shot over the left fielder's head. Clemente with extra bases. A run is going to score. Pirates go back up as Clemente gets a triple. What a game this 20-year-old is having. The promise and the talent, of course, is all there. And Joe Willis now at the plate. Willis will hit this one to center. We're in the 5th inning. And the ball is dropped by Clemente. Would you believe it? The kid dropped it. Very uncharacteristic for him. A big error there. That'll open the door here for Miller Huggins. With nobody out, he takes ball 4. So we got first and second here in the 5th inning for Rebel Oaks. Oaks puts down a bunt. It's a good one. Play's made at first, so the runners will advance. And the Cardinals trying to threaten here to tie the game. Kenichi, the hitter. Kenichi will go deep here. That's back in the right field. Could it be? No, it's caught at the track. Runner trying to score, and they get him at the plate. Wonderful play by the right fielder Lynch, and this inning comes up scoreless for the Cardinals. Unbelievable play by the right fielder. To the sixth we go. Freese is the hitter with 2 men on, and Freese will line this one again deep to the outfield, to the wall. 3-run bomb by Gene Freese. It's 7-2 Pirates. They've jumped all over the Cardinals here in Game 2 by their wonderful defense and especially their timely and power hitting. 457 feet. And this now is a 7-2 game as we move to the sixth. Cardinals looking for some way to rally. Evans coming to the plate. He hits one deep into the outfield. That will get over the wall. It's only a solo shot, however. But Evans has 2 home runs in the series. Really coming up big, showing some power here. It is 7-3 now. To the ninth, 8-3 our score. Rebel Oaks facing Vern Law, who's gone the distance. And this one with 2 outs is lifted to the outfield. Play is made there, and Pittsburgh will take Game 2 to even the series. They win it 8-3 fairly comfortably, just as the Cardinals won Game 1 comfortably. This series now is all even, and it turns into a best-of-5. Gene Freese, 2 for 4, a double, and 3 RBIs. Mike Maury had a home run, and Vern Law gets the win with 3 strikeouts. He went 9 pretty good innings and deserves his victory. Willis with the loss. We had home runs by, of course, Freese, Evans, and Maury. 12 hits for the Pirates, 8 for the Cardinals in a turnaround from Game 1. So the series now, all even. We have a minor injury here to deal with. And the series now going to Pittsburgh for the middle portion as the home field advantage has flipped now to the Pirates. It's going to be Don Greiner against Dick Hall in Game 3 at Forbes Field. Let's see how things play out. Everything even here between the Cardinals and the Pirates. Let's see if Forbes Field and the Pittsburgh fans can get their team into the advantage as we now face a fun 3 games, middle portion of the series with it tied up. Let's head out now to Forbes Field for Game 3 action. So opening with an injury here before Game 3. You can see here Nelly King has a torn UCL. You can see it there on the bottom left-hand corner, so he'll be out for the series. Getting ready then for game number 3. Forbes Field. Miller Huggins up here in the very first inning to begin the action. And Huggins will fly out to left. That's not a problem. Game moves to the second inning. Ivy Wingo up now in a big chance with runners on the corners. And Wingo will line a single to center. That's going to get the Cardinals on the board. Runner moves to third, and it's 1-0 St. Louis. Here's Hauser with 2 men on and 1 out. Hauser rips it into the hole, so that's going to be more runs for the Cardinals. 2-run score. It is 3-0 St. Louis here very early in Game 3. And now the Pirates trying to come back. Shepard at the plate. Shepard is going to line a single to center, so Pittsburgh gets on the board. With 2 outs, a rally here in the second inning. It's 3-1 now. 3-2 make it. The Cardinals up now in the third. Evans the hitter. Evans will rip it down the line. That's a fair ball. 2 more runs are going to score, so the Cardinals pick up the 2 that they lost on the double here by Evans. 5-2 our score. 6-2 into the fourth. Sid Gordon up with men on the corners and 1 out. He'll take ball 4. So Pittsburgh has the bases loaded for Jack Shepard. And Shepard will hit it to short. Play made there. Double play for St. Louis. They get out of the jam and hold on here with their 6-2 lead through the 8th inning. Time running out on the Pirates. Lynch at the plate. He will line one up against the wall in left field. So this is going to produce some runs. A double makes it 6-3 now. And Clemente comes up representing the tying run. Clemente hits it deep to center. That's playable, however. The catch is made. Oaks has it. 6-3 our score to the ninth. Kanechi at the plate. Whitterfield's the pitcher, and Kanechi's going to drop a single to left field. We move bottom of the ninth now. 2 outs. George Freese at the plate against Dan Greiner, who's looking to wrap it up. Here's the pitch. Grounded to short. Should be easy. It is. And St. Louis recovers here after a Game 2 loss. They win on the road in Pittsburgh, 6-3 our final. Back and forth the series goes, and it was the Cardinals' turn to have a good one. Dan Greiner gets the win. He walks 2, strikes out 5. Arnold Halzer 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs, and Steve Evans continues a good series, 1 for 4, 2 RBIs for him. Hall takes the loss, and really it was an explosion there into the second, third inning that put the Cardinals up for good. No home runs in this one, but it really wasn't that close. St. Louis really played well. They did get threatened in one inning where Pittsburgh loaded the bases, but a flyout and a double play ended that threat. And from there on, the Cardinals cruised to a victory. So, moving now to Game 4, it's a 2 games to 1 lead for St. Louis. They're looking to really put a stronghold here with another win, or the Pirates trying to even things out and make it now a 3-game series. If they can win here at home, it's going to be up to Bob Perkey to get that done for Pittsburgh, up against Bill Steele in the crucial Game 4, coming right at you next from Forbes Field. Perkey on the mound now to open up game number 4. It's 3-0 on Miller Huggins. And there's ball 4, so Huggins will walk to start the game off. But we'll move bottom of the first. 2 outs with a runner on second for Frank Thomas. Thomas hits it into the gap. This is going to put the home team up here 1-0. Thomas with an RBI double against Bill Steele. So Pirate fans making some noise. We move to the third. Steve Evans up with men on the corner. Evans goes back to the mound. That's going to be a tough play. Nobody can make it. A run will score on the infield single. And we are tied at 1. As the miscommunication there by the infield creates the run. And Rube Ellis now with 1 out has another chance. And Ellis goes too short. This will be a force at second. No double play. Good slide there to break it up. We move to the bottom of the third. Dick Grote now the hitter. Grote goes into the gap. He rips it up against the wall. Runner on bases. He's heading to third. Runner's going to head around home. And Pittsburgh will take the lead here in the third inning on the double by Grote, making it 2-1. Dale Long now the hitter. Long's going to dump this one. It's a Texas leaguer. It gets down. Runner running, coming home, but the throw is true. But it gets away. Runner safe. 3-1 now in favor of Pittsburgh. They got a 2-run lead. 4-1 as we move to the fifth. Kanechi up here as the Cardinals try to rally. Ball 4, so 2 on with 1 out. Perkey in a little bit of a jam here. Steve Evans the hitter. Evans rips it deep to right, way back to the wall. 3-run homer by Steve Evans. We got a tie game. Evans having an outstanding series. He hits his 3rd home run, and he took that one way out near the upper deck. Game tied at 4. Here's Rube Ellis. And Ellis hits it deep. This one's got a chance. Over the wall, home run for Ellis. It's back-to-back for the Cardinals, and they take the lead 5-4. Perkey has imploded here, and now Pittsburgh has its work cut out for him in the 5th against Bill Steele. But a base hit here by Ward will help him out. The pinch hitter comes through. And Gene Freese the hitter now. Freese puts down a bunt. It is caught, though, on the fly. Excuse me. Catch is made. The sacrifice does not work, and here's Dick Grote. Grote will take ball 4. So Pittsburgh threatening here in the 5th inning. 2 on for Dale Long. Long will go to second. Play made there. Relay to first. Beautiful double play by St. Louis. And it is 5-4 as we move into the later innings. 6th inning now. Jerry Lynch at the plate. Lynch will go deep. Way back. It's going to drop in there. In the gap. Lynch heading for third. He's going to have a triple. So a 1-out triple by Lynch, setting things up here for Roberto Clemente. Clemente with the chance. Infield is in, but he will come through. So Clemente an RBI single to the outfield, past the drawn-in infield, and we are tied at 5. It's a good one here, folks, in game number 4. Shepard's the hitter in the 6th inning now. Clemente's on second. Here's a walk. So with 2 outs, you have runners first and second for Roy Face. Bob Harmon is the new pitcher. This is hit to short. Play will be made at second, so the game remains tied at 5 as we move to the late innings. To the 7th, here's Rube Ellis. And Rube Ellis goes deep. The short porch and right won't hold it. Home run for St. Louis. Rube Ellis puts the Cards up now 6-5. They've made their comeback complete. That fence out there in right field very short, and it allows people to get home runs fairly frequently. 6-5 our score to the 7th. Here's Freeze. This one's lined to center field. He inside outed that ball for a single. And Dick Grote now the hitter. Ball gets away. It's a wild one. Runner moves to second. And Grote now with the chance. He swings and misses. He's out. So runner still on second here for Dale Long. And Long will go to second. Move the runner along. It's the 2nd out of the inning. And Frank Thomas the hitter. Thomas hits it to second. That won't get the job done. So St. Louis gets out of it. They're holding on here to their lead. We move to the 8th inning. Ivy Wingo the hitter. Wingo will drop this one to left. It's a base hit. Another hit here for the Cardinals. Bottom of the 8th now. Rube Geyer on to try to close it out. Jerry Lynch the hitter with nobody out. Lynch hits it deep. But on the fly to Evans in right. He was positioned well. Clemente now the hitter. He takes ball 4. So Clemente representing the tying run. He's on for Sid Gordon. And Gordon will go to third. A little dribbler. Tough play. They make it at first. Clemente takes second. He's the tying run. And Jack Shepard with the chance to try to tie it. But he won't get his chance. He's walked. And it is George Freeze now with 2 outs. Freeze will hit it to first. However, a very nice play by the first baseman. Kanechi makes it. So we move to the 9th. It's still 6-5 Cardinals. Here's Steve Evans, who's been red hot this series. And he does it again. Deep to left. Unbelievable. This kid is on fire. Evans, another home run. 4 home runs in 4 games. Unbelievable. 7-5 our score. Hats off to Steve Evans, who is red hot in this series. 7-5 now we move to the 9th. Geyer looking to close the door. He strikes out Freeze. 2 outs now for Dale Long. And this one's popped up. Should be easy. Should end the game. It does. Wingo's got it. And St. Louis takes game number 4 to take a clear advantage in this series. 3-1. A close one that was tied at 5. The Cardinals fall back and get the crucial win on the road. They've won 2 in a row now at Forbes Field. Evans 3 for 5 with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs in this game. Definitely the star so far. Rube Ellis 2 for 5 with 2 home runs as well. So you had Ellis and Evans both going deep twice. Dick Grote 2 for 4 for the losing side. Harmon gets the win, and Face let it go late with the loss and the Save goes to Geyer. You can see there, Pittsburgh got ahead 3-1 before St. Louis exploded for 4 in the 5th and then held on the rest of the way. So 3-1 now, St. Louis in complete control. They have a chance even to wrap it up here on the road if they can. Of course, the Pirates do want to salvage at least one at home. Slim Sally, the man that will go for St. Louis to try to end it. It's their ace against Bob Friend, who really struggled in Game 1. He's got to turn it around here if the series is to move back to St. Louis. 3-1, our game number score, and it is now crucial for both these teams as we move forward. Looking at the breakdown here, just taking a look at Evans. Look at those numbers: 375, 4 home runs, and 11 RBIs in 4 games. Quite the outburst by Evans, who's playing really hot baseball. We'll see if he can keep it going here as we move to game number 5 from Forbes Field. Let's see if the Cardinals can wrap up the series. Pittsburgh fans hoping for a turnaround here. And this one's hit in front of the plate and easy out as we begin game number 5. Runners on the corners here in the first inning. 3-2 count, 2 outs for Rube Ellis. Ellis will hit it back to the mound. That's going to be a tough play. He's safe at first. Then St. Louis will take the lead here, 1-0 in the very first inning. To the second we go. Clemente up with a man on second. Clemente will rip it into right field. This might score a run. Let's see what happens. The throw to the plate. It is a 1-1 tie. Clemente comes through. To the third we go. Runners on the corners for Grote. Grote goes to short. Let's see if they turn 2. They cannot, and the run will cross the plate. A good slide there at second, and it's 2-1 now Pittsburgh. To the fourth for Mike Maury. Friend delivers to the plate. This one's hit hard to second, but a play made there for 2 for Pittsburgh. Friend is looking much sharper here in this game. And it is now 2-1, a tight one for Gene Freeze as Sally's on the mound. And this one's hit hard and deep over the right fielder's wall, up against the wall. Runner moving to second. He's now trying third, and it is another run for the home team. It is 3-1 on the triple. The ball over the head of the right fielder. And in the 6th, now a 2-run lead. Rebel Oaks, the hitter. Oaks will go in front of the mound. Another tough play. Another infield hit here for St. Louis. They get the man on here to lead off the inning, but we move now to the bottom of the 6th. Thomas up at the plate. And Thomas will hook this one deep in the left field. To the wall. Yes! Over the wall, up against the scoreboard. 4-1 now Pittsburgh. They extend their lead. Here in Game 5, they look determined not to drop the series at home. To the 8th inning, 5-1. Here's Evans with 2 men on. Evans will rip a single here. That'll drop in left field. A run will score. So 5-2. Evans another RBI. Bottom of the 8th we go. Dale Long, the hitter. Long will line this one. That one's going to be a single. A little bit of a misplay out there in left field. 7-2 our score. We're in the 9th. Arnold Halzer up as Friend looks to close it out. Fly ball to right, should be playable. It is. Fans on their feet showing appreciation for Bob Friend and the Pirates. They win Game 5 7-2 and refuse to drop the series at home. They force it to go now to St. Louis for game number 6. They get Game 5 in comfortable fashion. 3 errors for the Cardinals did not help their cause. Friend went 9, allowed 2 earned runs. Clemente 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. He's having a good series. And Slim Saley took the loss. Not his best day. Allowed 5 earned on 9 hits. Thomas hit a home run. And now the series and the venue changes as we head to Game 6 in St. Louis. It's going to be Robinson Field now that has all the drama. Can the Cardinals wrap it up here at home in 6 games, or will the Pirates force a Game 7? It's going to be Vern Law against Joe Willis to see where things go. Willis really struggled in his last outing, but he's looking to turn it around here at home. And Vern Law, always a tough customer. We'll see if he can keep the Pirates' hopes alive. So Game 6 coming up. The series coming to a dramatic climax. Let's head out to the action now. Back to Robinson Field for all the dramatic story. Outside, here we have an opening walk. Go on now for Pittsburgh for Dale Long. This one's lined to center field. That'll be a base hit. Runner heading around third. He's going to score, and the Pirates take the lead here in game number 6, 1-0. And they have bigger opportunity here as Lynch comes up. Still nobody out here in the first inning. Ripped hard and deep. This one to the wall. Base is cleared, folks. It's a grand slam. 5-0 Pirates. Lynch clears the bases with a granny. A tremendous start for Pittsburgh here in this ball game. We move to the second. Gene Freese now at the plate. And Freese goes deep to center. This one way back there off the top of the wall. Freese heading now to third with a one-out triple here in the second inning. The Pirates bats very, very much alive. 6-0 our score. We're in the fifth now. Hauser's the hitter. Vern Law is cruising. This one is ripped hard and deep. It'll get off the top of the wall, just missing a home run. Hauser's heading to third. He'll have a triple here with nobody out, so the Cardinals looking at least to get on the board here. 6-1 our score with Huggins up and still nobody out. Huggins will hit a little dribbler. That's going to be a difficult play. No play, infield hit for Huggins. So the Cardinals trying to make some noise. Rubble Oaks the hitter. Oaks goes to second is the throw, and it's a force play. So with 2 outs, it's 6-2. Rube Ellis with 2 men on. This is a big spot in this game. And there's a ripped line drive deep into left field. Home run for Ellis. It's a 3-run bomb. It puts the Cardinals right back in the middle of this ball game. 6-5. They've ambushed Vern Law here in the 5th inning and really have fought back. Kudos to St. Louis. The 3-run homer, the big one. And this one now is dropped in by Wingo for a single in the 6th inning. Nobody out. The tying run on for Hauser. Law has pretty much fallen apart, and it continues. A base hit for Hauser. First and second, nobody out. And Harry Betts now the hitter. And he is out on a pop-up. That was an odd play. Miller Huggins now up with 2 on. Ground ball to first. Play is made there. Runners advance. So with 2 outs, Pittsburgh lead hanging by a thread. Rubble Oaks is up with a big chance. And Oaks will line it to center field. Off the wall. Oaks with a big clutch 2-out hit. It'll score 2. It's a double. He just misses the home run, but he ripped that baseball to the deepest part of Forbes Field. And it is now 7-6. I'm sorry, we're in Robinson Field, not Forbes Field, but that is a long, long double deep to center field. Clemente had no chance. And here's Kenichi with the man on second. And Kenichi continues the rally. Another base hit. It is a huge rally here by the Cardinals. They've poured 8 runs on the board in the last 2 innings. And it is 8-6 now. We move to the 8th. Time running out on the Pirates. Clemente at the plate. He'll hit it to second, but this is going to be 2. A double play for St. Louis. Harmon, the pitcher who induces it. We move to the bottom of the 8th. Miller Huggins facing Roy Face. And Huggins drops another single here with 1 out. 2 outs now for Kenichi. Kenichi will line a single to center field. So a 2-out rally again for the Cardinals. Let's see if they can add any insurance. They cannot. And this series now has come down to the final inning. Bob Harmon now facing George Freese. The Pirates need the rally. This one's hit to second with 2 outs, and that will do it, folks. Get to celebrate on their home field. They win the series in 6 games. This one is 8-6. They've rallied back from a 6-0 deficit. Nobody can deny the Cardinals. They were the better team, playing better. And this game was a perfect example with how they fought back with 8 runs in the middle innings, 5 in the 5th inning. Kenichi was 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Lynch hit a home run for the Pirates, and Rube Ellis with the big home run in the 5th inning, a 3-run shot. He was 1 for 4. Kudos to the Cardinals. They never quit, even though they allowed 5 in the very first inning. Lynch with the big one there, but it didn't matter. They fought back with 15 hits. Betts gets the win. Law gets the loss. He couldn't hold the lead, and Harmon closed it out in the end. St. Louis takes the series, beats the Pirates. It was entertaining. Some good baseball, some long doubles and home runs between two teams that were very similar, and we saw it throughout, but kudos to St. Louis. Looking at the numbers here as we wrap things up, the 20-year-old Clemente, a good series, 318 for him. He drove in 5. You see here Dale Long drove in 6. He hit 273. Frank Thomas, 292 with a home run, and Gene Freese hit a homer with 4 RBIs. Jerry Lynch with 6 RBIs, including that home run in Game 6. The pitching, Roy Face took a loss, but he pitched okay in 4 innings. Nellie King, he was injured, but when he did play, he pitched well. Littlefield and the pen did a decent job, and Bob Friend struggled, 1-1 in 13 innings, especially his Game 1 was disastrous. Vern Law also struggled. It was Game 6 that really hurt him in the process. For the Cardinals, Ed Kenichi hit .417, a good series for him. Maury decent, but the MVP, of course, Steve Evans, 4 home runs, 12 RBIs, batted .320, and an outstanding series for the right fielder. Huggins, a good series, on base .304, and Rube Ellis, also very, very crucial and important for the Cardinals. 4 homers, 8 RBIs for him. Hauser also had 5 RBIs and hit .261, so the Cardinal bats the much better performers in this series. For the pitching, you can see here, Griner pitched and got a win in his only start. Saley, .432, he was 1-1, kind of a mixed bag. Willis really struggled. He had an ERA in the 12 area, and Bill Steele also a rough series, but pitchers like Loudermilk and Harmon did well out of the pen for the Cardinals. That was the difference, but truly their bats really stepped up and were the major factor in this series. They did, we said, have some talent going in, and they proved it. For Evans, who was the MVP, you can see here his numbers in the postseason. He was 8 for 25, which is a .320 average, 4 home runs, 12 RBIs, 6 runs scored, a double. He slugged .840 and really had some big hits. He hit his first home runs. He hit all 4 of his home runs in the first 4 games, including 2 in game number 4. So the Cardinals, they got a good draw against the Pirates, 2 similar teams, and they took advantage. They win it. Roger Bresnahan can be happy. He didn't play himself in the series, but played his lineups that got the job done. So Series 193 is over. It was a fun one, even though the teams weren't particularly famous. It's still great baseball that always comes from our history and from the game that we love. So Series 193 is a wrap. It is Out of the Park Baseball 21. That brings us this action. I encourage you to check out the game if you have not. Also, stay with us as we continue to bring you great matchups. So this one's over, folks. Again, the final numbers. It is the 1912 St. Louis Cardinals who defeat the 1955 Pittsburgh Pirates in 6 games. Thank you for joining us. We will see you soon. Stay safe. Goodbye, everybody.